Hi, I'm Mark. This is my September review for Cancer and Cancer Rising. We start the month with some quite heavy energy around you. You need to be learning to express yourself. You need to get in touch with your deeper feelings, and there are some deep issues that are surrounding you at this time. You may come across someone that can help you with this, but you need to find a way of verbalising your anger and explaining your feelings to others. You may find that you are still under limitations, restrictions from others, but you need to try and break free of this now. You need to try and get out there and do things. You may be feeling a bit low, a little bit under the weather, but you need to pull yourself up now. Examine these deep issues and continue to examine yourself and your unconscious self, because this will stand you in good stead. But try and take a break from that and get out and do something new. With the full moon on the 2nd, you need to examine your beliefs. Are they practical? Do they work for you? You also need to look at relationships. Same sort of thing. Are your relationships working? Are they improving your life? Looking at these, examining these, will help you plan for growth in the future. We spoke last month about Mars being in your 10th house of career and you pushing forward in that direction. Well, there's one final aspect before Mars turns retrograde on the 9th, and that's to Venus. This is a good opportunity to get what you desire, put effort into that. It's also good for your relationships. When Mars turns retrograde on the 9th, then things will quieten down. The Mars energy will work differently now. It won't be so direct and forceful. It'll be more undercover, so to speak. It'll be working behind the scenes. And this stays there until the 13th of November when it moves direct again. So that'll be your next real push forward. So in the meantime, you've got to consolidate. You've got to work with what you've already got and prepare for the next push in November. Also on the 9th, there's an aspect that's going to make you feel good. It will lift you up. Sun, trine Jupiter. Jupiter's in your 7th house, so on this day you might find someone who can point you in the right direction, point you towards an opportunity, or even give you an opportunity that will take you forward. On the 10th, something that happens around work that will indicate that you have a blockage. Something's holding you back. It may be an unconscious blockage, but you need to deal with that. Now, this, whatever happens, could be upsetting or it could be a bit confusing, but it needs to be dealt with. Hopefully it will give you the truth and then you can move forward. It may be that you have to change your beliefs. What you've believed in the past may no longer fit your way forward, so you may need to adjust your beliefs so that you can clear this blockage and move forward. On the 13th, it's good news. Jupiter moves direct. He's in your 7th house. So this means you can gain through others, you can grow through others. There'll be opportunities through others. The other good thing is on the 15th, the Sun makes a trine aspect to Pluto, is also in the 7th house. Now here, other people can have a transforming effect on you. So it's a good time to relate well to other people. Venus on the 15th makes a square to Uranus. So again, this is in your 11th house of acquaintances and friends. So friends can help you as well. This is an exciting time. It's also good for a love relationship. If you're not in a relationship, you might meet someone who you already know, who's very different from what you normally like. And also, if you're in a relationship, it can bring that added excitement. You may want to try new things within that relationship. Things are starting to look up now. On the 17th we have a new moon in Virgo. So here we can start to plan things, think big for the future. You'll be very sociable, you'll be very upbeat on this day. It's a good day for planning, you'll be disciplined, you'll be able to get things organised so that when the Sun moves into Libra, there'll be less emphasis on thinking and analysing. There'll be more emphasis put towards the home and making the home a nice place and your surroundings much more pleasant. On the 21st, Mercury goes through a difficult few days. Here there may be problems with communication, difficulties in relationships. You may need to have discussions. There's always a tendency to avoid and go in your shell and put people off. That's not what you need to do. You need to go within, get in touch with your inner forces, find out why you react in the way you do, and then stay positive and communicate and sort out the problems. On the 23rd, things change. The Sun moves into Libra in your 4th house. So now you'll be looking at your long-term future and planning ahead. You want to get balance, work-home balance. You also want nicer surroundings. Mars is also active in your career house. Here you'll be fearless. You're not going to take any nonsense off anyone. You're more likely to cut to the chase, be yourself, and be more open and direct. Between the 25th and 27th, you could feel a bit irritable. You could be a bit tetchy. You could be on edge. So just tread carefully. Don't go upsetting people. Get over those few days, and then the end of the month is lovely. Venus makes some nice aspects, and Saturn in your 7th house moves direct. And when Saturn's retrograde, which it has been for some time, it teaches us lessons. If you've learnt those lessons, then you'll be rewarded. Communication will improve with other people. The restrictions and limitations you may have been suffering over the last few months will begin to ease as it moves direct. Venus makes some lovely aspects to Mars and to the nodes, and Venus in your 2nd house. This is a good time to attract things to you. Anything you want. Just imagine, visualise what you want, and you may be able to attract these to you. The Mars aspect means it's good for relationships and also good for your career because Mars is in your 10th house. So it's a great end to the month. Enjoy it. Hope you liked my September review. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe, and if you'd like to leave me a comment, I'll be glad to hear from you.